and he really did a master's class on communication because I mean he turned himself through his ability to to relate to the fans.
So, what else we have to talk about too was kind of the big thing at SummerSlam was John Cena and Cody Rhodes. John Cena, all of a sudden, that Friday night on SmackDown, he was back to being a babyface. And then night two had him taking on Cody Rhodes and dropping the title to Cody. No chicanery. It wasn't a swerve. It wasn't anything like that. John Cena is still babyface. And then Brock Lesnar comes back. So, but I do, Mag, want to get your thoughts. What do you think of John Cena and what they decided to do with that babyface turn already? Was it a good pivot?
I can't I can't wrap my head around why
Yep.
the why exactly because I think was doing a great job as a heel, but they certainly were going to have a hard time navigating it as a as he concluded his run, over the last part of the year, and you really didn't want to leave him in a sour note. So I think it was smart, and he really did a master's class on communication because I mean he turned himself through his ability to relate to the fans, show his own his own feelings and make them be able to understand the conclusions that he'd come to in his own mind. He made it very logical, and it was there's no way in the world anybody but him could have just gone out there and turned that whole thing around the way that he did. So I thought that part was great, and then the match itself was so good compared to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the WrestleMania match was just very disappointing from an expectation standpoint. What fans were expecting, and not because of Cody dropped the belt, the match just didn't live up. And the match they had at SummerSlam was, everything anyone could ever have hoped for in a main event pay per view match. It was fantastic. Cody, gave him his respect and a clean win, and it was I mean, it was like it's a hallmark moment. It was kind of like Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair taking Rick out and killing old Yeller.
No, I'm with you, Magnum. I think too, like as you're talking about it and me thinking about it, it's like that's gonna be a highlight resume match for Cody too. I think at that point, like him versus Cena part two at SummerSlam, that is gonna be something that he can really be proud of. And same with Cena too. This was like Cena's best match I think since he's made his return. And
Well,
so,
I'll even say I think it was maybe Cody's best match ever. Uh,
wow.
I mean, I texted him after. It was just because there was such expectation. It would have been very easy not to have lived up to that expectation, and they took it. They exceeded it. They told the story, and they did respect to the belt, to the business, and to the fans. And it was the only thing that was to me a little you had to sit there and scratch your head for a minute because obviously they respected him and they had that moment at the end of the match and everything. And he leaves. Well, how could you leave? Did he leave the building? Did he get out and hop in a helicopter and flew off and didn't hear the the impact of the monster that came from behind? And
Yeah.
that was the only little caveat to it. I know they had to do it the way they had to do it, but and of course, they got a huge reaction. But there's no logic into why everybody sat in the back and nobody came out and said, "Oh crap, you know, Godzilla has just come out here and getting ready to eat."
I Where's Cody?
Yeah, and And Brock is such a unique individual anyway. I mean, I liked him as a babyface. I thought
Me
he
too.
was
I do too.
awesome. So he just comes back, just having a Brock day, and I'm just pissed off. So I'm going to go stomp a mud hole in Cena,
Yeah.
and it was good, and it'll be good money. It'll be money matches, and it'll draw ratings, and it'll be fantastic too. And I'm sure Cena would like to have opportunity to get a little back after that, 2,700 suplexes he took in that one match with him. So
Wild. That was like Extreme Rules 2015. I think it was 2000. Holy smokes, it was nuts though. Whatever year that was.
yeah,
My
so
God.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, no, but I do like it. They definitely have got some great meat to lean into here, and it'll take them through the fall and let Cena go out the way he should go out. So.
Absolutely. Who do you think should be his last opponent? Is there anybody lined up you think that they should do? Hey, how are you? Oh, good to see you. Good to see you.
I'd like to see him work with The Rock.
Yeah, he would be good. I don't think they're going to get him though. I think
I don't think they are either, but I mean that's just because of the goofy little angle they did and the I'm going to take Cody's soul and and all this stuff. It would be good, but I don't know. I mean, they'll obviously get somebody that's available. There's there's tons of folks, but if I had my make a wish list, that would be he'd be on top.
Yeah, I think so too. It's especially to all the history that they have with one another, and especially the fact too of what all that transpired the past year and a half or whatever it may be, with The Rock and his involvement with WWE. How would you think about this though? What if they ran him and Cody back one last time for his final match, title on the line, and Cena can walk away with the title, but obviously like we retire and have the title with him? Would you be intrigued by that, or would that not sell for you?
No, there's no. It would look too pat because nobody would think they're going to take the title off on the guy having his retirement match, and they've already turned the corner, and it's just what to me it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I think Cody and him as allies, in I mean, there's so many things that they can do together. Uh, with whomever, whatever. I mean, they just need to get some heels really stinking hot because
Yes.
they got some baby faces that are hot, and
Right.
They got Jacob Fatu out there just waiting for the right guy to dance with.
Right. Boy, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see who they decide to make it on. Because are you going to give it to a young star? Are you going to bring is it going to be like Cena and Roman Reigns? I just don't know where you're going to go with it.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like we've seen the pinnacle of Roman Reigns. I don't know that we'll ever see anybody in that powerful of a position dominant again, because not that he's not capable of it, but I don't think that he would have the energy or synergy or the drive to want to work and put in that many dates and that much time and what it takes to do all that at this station and what he's been elevated to and how much money he's making for a sparse amount of appearances. You kind of it's kind of funny. You take that hungry, young lion type, I'm ready to go take on the world guy to climb the ladder and prove the point and grab the brass ring. And once you got the ring, you can ride that ride for sure. But it's the people aren't on that same emotional ride. You're not taking them on that same journey.
Right. Yeah, it'll be an intriguing thing how it all transpires. People are pitching Gunther, people are pitching Braun Breaker. I don't know where they're gonna go. You could make.
I haven't seen him yet. I don't know who the guy is yet. To your point, I mean, again, Jacob Fatu is, and of course, he's a character. He's not multi-tiered of different things in his skill set. And I'm not saying he's one-dimensional, so don't get me wrong. He's very, very athletic and gifted. but can he take somebody out there and take them up and down and be in a vulnerable enough position to get people, cheering to see him fight from the bottom up? Because ultimately, babyface has got to be able to do that.